but we need to understand what's coming up in our future. It's very easy to get caught up in what's happening now and forget about spending time thinking about the future. As an example, like when people engage me to speak at their conferences, I spoke last week on the Gold Coast at a conference for the marinas and boating sector, and I did 4 things for them. So mainly they engaged me to deliver a keynote presentation, and their focus was AI. They asked me to talk about AI in that industry, and I also moderated a panel with some AI experts and some practitioners, people actually using it. But the other thing I did was I wrote a report for them, which is talking about external pressures that are going to affect that industry, and prepared a trend video. Okay, so we did this. This report. I'm not going to go into the details of how I did it, but there's a Futurist process called Pestle, looking at external pressures, and then they got the report, and they all got a copy of it. They could download it and read through it. So it's a pretty good report, even though I say so myself. And as you can see, just from a few pages here, it's not like very dense in content, so it's fairly readable, but still, it's a 35-page report. And who's got time to read 35-page reports, even if they're written in a readable way with lots of diagrams and graphs and things? We don't, right? So the other thing that I showed them how to do is to use a tool called Google Notebook to help them to get a better handle on the report. Let me just ask how many people are using. Are you using Google Notebook? Just type in yes or no in the chat. I'm just glad to know how many people are using it. Okay, so most people are still on the know. Great. I think this is one of the best kept AI secrets. So one simple takeaway is, if you're not already using Google Notebook, go to Google Notebook, just Google that, Google Notebook. It's free if you've got a Google account, which is pretty much all of us, and you can upload documents to it, and then you can chat with those documents. So you can ask questions of that document itself. So it's like AI, but specific to a document or documents that you upload. You can also do other things like generate a mind map. You can generate infographics. You can generate a slide deck, which gives you an overview of the content. You can even generate AI podcast interviews about the content. So it's a great tool for consuming information. Okay, so actually let me ask, like this, I'm genuinely curious for other people in the room. So what sort of tools are you using to consume information? So we all get overloaded with information. What sort of tools are you using? So let's see what's coming up in the chat. Good. So people are using AI. So a few people are saying Copilot. Other AI tools, yeah, and they don't only have to be AI, by the way. So it's other tools to use. Lots of people are using Claude. Andrew says my brain, which is good. Google, email, yeah, podcasts. So some people like listening. So I like listening, so I subscribe to a lot of podcasts. Okay, so good to see you here. ChatGPT, Copilot, Gamma, Common Sense. So Gamma is a tool for converting documents into presentations. And YouTube, another one that's come through. Good. And I think we need to be doing this. We really do. Because we're getting a lot of information and we're getting overloaded with it, and we need to be able to manage that